just the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called himself Rabbul Alameen, and our beloved Prophet is Rahmatul lil Alameen, it means that both of these entities encompass the same universe. Prior prophets came for the specific nations, specific areas, specific, we can call communities or countries, but our beloved Prophet was sent for the mercy of the entire universe and for the entire mankind and more. I make this emphasis so that we realize there is one thing saying that I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and I believe in our beloved Prophet. But there is another thing to realize what you are believing in. You cannot simply believe that he was the messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and he delivered the message and that is the end of their mission. That is not really believing in our beloved Prophet. To believe in our beloved Prophet, you have to realize that his mercy or his reign or his rule or his domain extended way beyond the area where he lived and way beyond the time that he lived in. Because if he is mercy for the entire humanity, humanity existed from Adam and will continue to go on. So you have to believe in that he is the mercy for the entire humanity and the entire universe. I say this because in this day and age when people think that they are scientifically advanced and that they basically can prove so many things with their intellect and intelligence, they have to realize that there is a knowledge way beyond their reach. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a knowledge and he has given to humans parts of it depending on our capacity. But we must realize that our capacity is limited. Here within our world, cats and dogs have a hearing frequency much wider than us. They can hear certain sounds that we cannot hear. Our hearing frequency is limited. Our intelligence is limited. Our brain can think to a certain point and beyond that it cannot. This is why when Al-Quran starts with the first chapter, second chapter of the matter of Al-Baqarah, we are taught the first thing, this hidayah is for those who believe in the unseen, who believe first and then their belief increases by them not rejecting anything. It's very easy to reject certain things and that's what we should avoid. If somebody tells me a certain thing that looks beyond human capabilities and he refers to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or our beloved Prophet or other prophets, rather than outright rejecting it, we should accept that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do anything and he can do through those things through anybody that he chooses. So it's possible. Believe first and then later on if you find that the person that they're talking about is not really true and people are making fake stories, those things are different. But when it's attributed to our beloved Prophet, when it's attributed to other messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our first approach as believers should be that we believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his power and that he is capable of doing anything that he pleases and that he runs this universe through his people. And people today, also human beings today also, there are some that may be bestowed with certain capabilities, certain kind of abilities that for us may be difficult to understand. However, do not deny that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala still has the power. He can create people, he can create things that will be doing things that are difficult for us to understand. They are beyond miracles. And these are the things that are still possible regardless of how science finds it difficult to believe. Now, when we talk about the personality of our beloved Prophet, I'll just quote those 4 verses before I close. There is a poet that says, Balaghal wala baqamalihi kashafat duja bajamalihi hasanat jamiya khisalihi sallu alayhi wa alayhi. Balaghal wala, he ascended to the highest point, to a height. Baqamalihi, Balaghal wala baqamalihi, not bekamalihi, baqamalihi. He ascended up because of his excellence. He had kamal, he had excellence in every attribute. He was the top of his performance. And because of that, because he is the highest in his kamal, what he has achieved, what he has attained, what he was given, so he ascended to the highest points, to the highest of our imagination. Not necessarily Isra Miraj, beyond that also in whatever he did. Kashafat duja bajamalihi. Kashafat duja. He eliminated the darkness. He put away the darkness. He got rid of the darkness. He dispelled the darkness bajamalihi, by his beauty, by his grace. Whatever he could emanate from his personality, with that he was able to dispel all the darkness that existed in this world. Kashafat duja bajamalihi, by his beautiful attributes and by beautiful personality and presence, and by his jamal, the beauty of his not only face but his presence, he was able to dispel all darkness. Darkness included the jahiliyyah also, of people that were ignorant at the time. Hasunat jamiyu khisalihi. His personality was, and his actions were, his khaslat, his actions and behavior was the best of the best. Hasanat Jamiyu Khasane. He was the compilation of the best attributes that humans can have. And then after praising those 3 things, his Kamal, his Jamal and his Khasal. His Kamal, his excellence in totality, Jamal is his presence, his beauty, and Khasal is the things that he taught, and the habits that he had, that he portrayed, his sunnah that everybody saw him do. All of that was a Khisali. And then when you say these 3 things, at the end you say, Sallu alayhi wa alayhi. All you can do is just pay salam to him and on his generation. You see, included alayhi here means you have to think of those that came from his generation, and those that have his DNA, his genes, his attributes, those that carry his name. We have to give salam to them also, which means those are ordinary human beings. Those were not prophets. And yet, the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and love of his beloved prophet means that we should love those also that carry those attributes, try to be like them, and are from his generation. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to realize that we should really give the due respect to our beloved prophet and his believers and his family. And we should also realize that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Noor, and his Noor is reflected through the personality of our beloved prophet. And that Noor has come to us with Iman, and more we get closer to our beloved prophet with love. You see, one verse of Iqbal is, Ishq tera agar na ho, meri namaz ka imam, mera qiyam bhi hijab, mera sujood bhi hijab. Iqbal says that if, oh beloved prophet, if your love is not imam of my prayer, if I don't feel your love to be leading me as I go to prayer, then my qiyam, when I stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's a hijab. There is a curtain, there is a barrier between me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Unless I have that love for you, that hijab is removed. Once I have that love for you as leading my prayer, then hijab is removed and I'm face to face with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the purpose of prayer. When we stand for namaz, we are supposed to be face to face with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We may not realize that. We go through certain stages of enlightenment in life. We may not understand it early on, But the purpose of prayer is to be face to face with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because we say Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika. Oh Allah Subhanaka, you are pure. So you is somebody that you are facing. We are not saying Subhanallah. No, we are Subhanaka. You, oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that I'm facing. You are the pure. Subhan. Wa bihamdika. And all praise belongs to you. So to get that face to face with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, huzuri with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have to have love for our beloved Prophet in your heart to be the guide. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us that comprehension, that ability and that knowledge so that we can actually truly live up to the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give our generations, future generations, that vision, that ability so they can live by the dictates that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us through His message Al-Quran and through His messenger, His beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Again, Rabiul Awwal Mubarak to all of you, and again Eid Mubarak, Miladun Nabi Mubarak to all. Jazakumullahu khair. Assalamu alaikum.